Yo, what's poppin', my people? It's your boy Crooks the Great back at you guys with another banger of a UFC 4 video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to work through lag spikes in a UFC 4 fight. And we're going to be doing that with Bruce Leroy, Alex Caceres, fresh off his win against Julian Erosa last weekend. The head kick knockout that was just absolutely beautiful. We're going up against a Dan Hooker here in this first matchup. Now, for those of you guys that don't know what lag spikes are when the connection looks good. So when you're at the loading screen, you'll see it's a green connection, but then you'll see it jump up from about maybe 80 to 140 and then back down to 80. That gives you an early indicator that there's probably going to be lag spikes as we sit Dan Hooker down right there. That there's going to be lag spikes, and lag spikes are just like pauses, brief pauses that make it very, very hard to catch a rhythm in a fight. So here we're kind of experiencing it, not too much yet, but later on in the fight you guys are going to see this connection kind of starts to get a little bit bad. But you can always tell when lag spikes are happening because of the movement. You feel very, very sluggish, very slow. You can just feel it in the sense of timing when you're throwing strikes. So we're just trying to find our rhythm. This guy Dark Donut normally has pretty good connection. I don't know why we have lag spikes, but we do. And you can tell he's experiencing it a little bit too. He's trying to find his rhythm. He's throwing a lot of straight strikes instead of leading with a straight strike and then a straight strike and then going with a round strike. So we're going to try to chop out those calves. And that's a good way to be able to find your rhythm when you have lag spikes. And really find out if you're having lag spikes is to try to chop the leg. So you got to understand that if you have a lag spike, your opponent has it as well. You need to try to find your distance and your range with your jabs. Utilizing a good jab to find your opponent on a lag spike is absolutely crucial. But you have to be careful not to do it too much. As we land a pretty good combination right there and a nice little minor step straight. You don't want to do it too much because then your opponent will get an easy slip counter. And like that right there, we knew he was going with a jab. We caught him with a nicely timed front kick. And they can do that as well. So you just got to be careful. I would highly suggest mixing up the jab and the lead calf kick just to try to go high-low. And there's a lag spike. You see how it's just kind of like doing that little stiff movement. It can really, really fuck you up when you're trying to establish a rhythm. So going to have to work through it. He's starting to land a little bit more than what he did earlier in the round. He's starting to adjust. And we need to adjust as well. So here we're firing back. Catch him right there with a good jab hook. Still just taking our time. See, he's starting to move. And see, there's that lag spike again. So we couldn't close the distance with a strike. And we miss on the body shot because of the lag spike. 1 minute he was there. And 1 minute he wasn't. But we're trying to work through it. Catching him with a good straight. Miss on the head kick though. He's still popping out a lot of jab straight, so we might be able to get a slip counter. We make him pay right there with a nicely timed straight into a lead body hook. So you can see he's trying to adjust as well, but he's having some trouble as well as we hit him with a beautiful slip uppercut. And that's going to be the end of the first round. Now we did some very, very solid work early in that first round before the lag spike started to hit. But as the round started to go on, it became a little bit more difficult to get in and out of the pocket. So we're going to need to adjust, and you can see the lag spikes are starting to hit a little bit more, with a little bit more frequency than they did in the first round. So we need to be able to adjust, and we're probably going to take a little bit more damage than I would have liked in this fight just because of the timing. So we're trying to work through it. We're trying to bounce in and out. We're standing stationary. We're going to try to work stationary combinations, but it's just real tricky. Real tricky when there's lag spikes just because you don't know if your opponent is loading up as well. So we're going to try to put ourselves at as much of a frame advantage as possible. And for those of you guys that don't know how frame advantages and frame data works, I dropped a video not too long ago on frame data. So make sure to go peep that out. That'll definitely help you when you're having lag spikes in a fight. So see, he's still popping off jab straights. But with the lag spike, it's very, very hard to time a slip. So we need to answer back, and we do right there on the lag spike. Land a clean 4-piece. Pushing the pace. Chopping that block down. Block breaker right there with a clean combination. And when there's lag spikes, you cannot be letting your opponent get back to their feet, yo. You cannot let them do that. You need to try to go for a ground and pound finish. So here, look, the connection's just going crazy, bro. We're in orthodox. It's looking good for us, even though we are fighting with the lag spike. We're trying to keep it inside the pocket. And this is where pocket fighting and being good inside the pocket really comes into play and really comes in to your advantage, is when you're in these kind of fights. So here we're just taking our time. He's breaking down the block. We have to answer back. We can't just let him walk us down, because if we let him walk us down, he's going to block break us, and it's going to be very, very hard to time a counter. So we're just taking our time, breaking down that block little by little. We almost got that uppercut off that nice pull counter straight that we did pull. Hit him with a good slip counter. Finally knock him down right there. We're not going to jump down just because I don't want to get rolled. But if I was you guys, I would be jumping on him, even if you're jumping into his full guard. But here we're just trying to apply the pressure, trying to get him to make a mistake. And notice how I'm not throwing out a crap ton of strikes. We're tapping him with a good slip straight right there. Got some high damage off, and now we're in the ground and pound scenario here with Bruce Leroy. He was able to slip that straight strike and able to survive right there. Very, very clean work. We're going to let him back to his feet just because, you know, there's 30 seconds left. We're going to try to get the KO. We've knocked him down twice in this round, but our head health is looking really low. And like I said earlier, as we catch him with a beautifully timed front kick, we're going for the finish again, but he's blocking these strikes. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing it. And we have too low stamina to be able to get it done. Right there, we try to posture up, but he blocked it, and that's the end of the second round. Now, like I said earlier, our head health is not looking the best, but we knew, and I told you guys, we were going to have to take some damage to try to get the finish here in this fight. So that's exactly what's going to happen. And we just need to be careful not to eat a powerful combination or a powerful counter, because we're going to be in a lot of trouble. But we're doing pretty good work here with Bruce Leroy so far. So just taking our time still, not rushing. And like I said earlier, you can apply, or in my last video, you can apply pressure without having to unload a crap ton of combination strings. You can just stay in their face like you see I'm doing right here, even with the lag spike, catching them with a beautifully timed straight, hurting them, going down to the body, then just unloading. But the nice slip hook right there out of my opponent, got that nice rock off. Our head health is blinking, so we just need to reset, which we do so successfully right there. Just taking our time still, not really rushing anything. The lag spikes are in full effect, but we don't care. We land a nice, crispy, clean two-piece combination. Hurt him. Now we're trying to go for the finish here. Hit him with a nice intercepting straight, knock him down with a good lead hook, and we're going for the finish right here, and we're going to be able to get it done with Bruce Leroy in this fight right here, yo. And that's how you want to do it. That's how you need to fight when you do have lag spikes. Respect to this guy. He was working through exactly what we were working through as well. He did some good damaging strikes, but we got the job done, and that's a perfect example of how you want to fight on lag spikes. But that's it for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button. I do post UFC 4 content pretty much daily on this channel. And if you guys have any questions on anything that I covered or how I did anything in this video, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. I'm going to be replying to all the comments on this video. But until the next video, guys, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from. And I will see you guys in the next video.